And we're going live. So you don't know if you can hear us. Hello, everybody. And welcome to another Britain's Hidden History with Ross and Arnie. Play us in, Arnie B. Just a bit of music to keep going. Bit of Menaholic there. Chat disconnected. Uh-oh. Please reconnect. Keep going. Hello, Paul. Hello, Gally D. Gary. Watching Scrum 5. Hello, Alan. Hello, Alan. Hello, Mark Austin. Unable to connect to chat. Oh dear, it's all happening today. We can't connect to chat now. How do I? Well done, Arnie. Yes, very good, very good. Introduction there. Right, now, just to explain, we got some good stuff on tonight's show.
And some good news.
Some good news? What's that? Oh, the good news. Yeah, we're not going to mention the rugby too much. We're not going to keep mentioning because we are neutral here, Wales and England. See, I've got both sides on the scarf. My dear and sadly missed friend, Kevin Griffiths, gave me this a couple of years ago. So I'm not going to mention rugby again. If I say rugby again, mention if I mention rugby. Not to mention rugby, okay? Or the 40 points to 24 in the rugby. Now, the chat, can you see the chat on yours, Arnie?
Yeah, coming through fine.
Excellent. So I've got no chat, and I'm going to show you something. Oh, anyway, I can't show you Arnie's violins on top of it. I had not one, but two fantastic videos to show on this wonderful day, because tomorrow is Dewi Sant. And what has happened over there, Arnie's using another computer because about 10 minutes before we went live, or half an hour, my computer just died. I mean, it's a catastrophic failure. The plug's working, but there's nothing. No sound, nothing. I think what might have happened, well, what happened was, I was out today, got some fantastic video to show you. You're going to see the unedited version, because when we finished filming, I edited together a little 15-minute sample, and it's down Ynys Island, you know, where Jesus is supposed to be buried, filming up there from the headlands opposite, where you've got Cairn Enoch, and the story of Enoch ties very much into the migrations, very ancient. So that's a big thing. I'll keep making so I can see the chat on yours, because I can't see anything on mine now. So that's super cool. So I have got some clips off the memory card of the camera, which I will show you, because it was stunning today. Beautiful weather. My heart goes out to all those people around the world not getting good weather at the moment. So hello, William. Great rendition. Thank you. Patrick Jones. Ian. Hello, Ian. So so I edited it together on the notebook computer. I thought, great idea. I will leave it running in the boot of the car, because when you've edited it all, you have to compile it into a format that works on YouTube. So I thought, when I get here, we won't have a lot of time. I'll come out, computer up, brilliant, YouTube video, stick it straight up, perfect, and I don't know, computer just died. I don't know if it got banged in the boot or something happened. I'm hoping it comes back to life tomorrow, because I'm absolutely gutted. Because it also had a fantastic interview with Marcel, which was all about, and I'm pretty sure that's on that computer as well. Well, I know it is, in fact. And we're talking about the Colburn Bible and an announcement on that. So I will get back to that in a few minutes as well. So we've got loads of people there. So I'm going to try and cover these. Marcel's interview, which is fantastic. I will show the full interview later in the week, when hopefully we've recovered the computer. Same with the full video about that one. There's a couple other things to announce. Before I go any further, don't forget, on Thursday, 8 o'clock live, we're going to have another interview, more this time really, or presentation by Andrew Johnson. Andrew Johnson, sort of famous from all his numerous and wonderful appearances on Rich Planet with Richard D. Hall, where he does some fantastic stuff. And what we're going to be looking at this week, because the other problem is my running order, a little list of what we're doing tonight, was also on there, and I have no notes at all. But I do jot a couple of things down as I go now, because I do want to make sure I talk about what Andrew Johnson's going to be covering. I'll tell you what, let's do that first. So Andrew Johnson is going to, and also stop me repeating things. The two main subjects, I don't know how far you'll get with them. One is is anyone aware, let's look on the comments, about the connection or potential connection between Amesbury and Mars? Something I'd never heard of before. But it seems that these ancient circles and markings on the ground there, which match up with Mars, and Andrew Johnson has written a book on that. And if I could, I will get the links up on the description, alright? They're all on my thing. You know, I do a little presentation as I go to show you different things and the links. Well, we don't have that, alright? But anyway, and the other thing he's going to be talking about is, if we get time to go on to it, it's not going to be so long. We're going to try and cut it, like today, aim for an hour. It might go slightly over. No more 2-hour things like last week, alright? I know it was a long, it was great, but it was long. So about an hour and 15 minutes is to look at Anunnaki and the work of Sitchin. Now I know Sitchin, surprisingly popular with the members here. I know Vince Burke, if he's watching tonight, he's even set up a group on Facebook looking at his work. And I want to thank those people in the other Sitchin groups who I've been getting in touch with over the last week or so, since this interview with Andrew was arranged, so I can learn more about it. And the other book I would recommend, excuse me, so all a bit of a rush and everything breaking, which you might have seen, is this one, which I thoroughly enjoyed and found very informative. And I know a lot of people out there were big fans of Lloyd Pye, who unfortunately passed away a few years ago. And this is Everything You Know Is Wrong. And the first half of the book, or first third of the book, is, wow, how much lag's on this on? The book hasn't appeared yet. Right, the first part of the book is explaining this false dichotomy where you're either a creationist and you believe that everything was created by God 4,000 years ago, or you're evolutionist, and he's showing there's a third possibility, which we'll go into on that one, alright? So, very big welcome anyway, flapping around, trying to get the computers to work and failing. I've got to welcome everybody on board. And if you're new, thank you very much. It's growing all the time, and it's wonderful, the ongoing support. People are helping with Patreon now, which is going to really make a difference. We do need some income to keep this going, especially if you have to keep buying equipment. 30-second lag, wow. And I was thinking the one thing that would save us tonight would be to make it interactive. So I think I didn't put it on the ultra low. That's weird, isn't it?
Normal latency. It's gone straight
anyway. Right, so if you make a comment, it's 30 seconds before I see it. I'm not going to say I can't think of anything else that can go wrong, but, you know, we tick most of the boxes. All right, so I've got Andrew Johnson. I will tell you what, Marcel, in a wonderful interview, in a way in which I can't really recapture, but I can get some of the key points across. And that lots to do with, are you aware of the Colburn Bible? And I have to wait half an hour. Half a minute, 30 seconds to see if anyone responds to that. Well, it's Kolbrin, okay? And this is something which has been, it's the problem with it, if you don't know anything about it, is the provenance, the history of it is a little bit sketchy, because the oldest copy is about sort of 1800s roughly, and it's discovered in a bookshop in Alexandria, and this kind of thing all seems a little bit strange. But once you start looking at the internal evidence, what's referenced within the book, and the name itself being Colburn seems to tie in with the ancient British writing system of Colburn. They're phonetically, or they sound the same. There seems to be a lot of, well, Marcel is very convinced. Internally, it works very well. And it tells in there stories of Brutus, and it goes right back to, although he's not mentioned by name, but it goes all the way back to ancient Egypt, and then follows the migrations and stories of ancient Britain, as written on the lead sheets, which is what I want to talk about a little bit. Now, and I've got an announcement regarding that. I'll tell you what, let's cover that one first. Let's do it now, rather than keep backtracking. Is the person, Graham Hancock's referred to this, and the person who's worked with Graham Hancock for many years is Yvonne Whiteman, who I'm hoping people here have heard of. She's done some fantastic work on the Colburn Bible, and she's produced her own books, which she's written, which I'm going to get hold of and do a review. And in there she explains how the mysteries from Colburn can be unravelled and unveiled. And when I was talking to Marshall, we seen how great a job Yvonne does, and what a big fan of her work. And really, she's the expert about the Colburn Bible, as it's called. So what Marshall and I talked about was the background to this book, its history, how it's supposed to go all the way back to a couple of thousand years ago. And the first half of the book is like a history, where we have the ancient Egypt connections, which of course are fascinating by themselves. And then we talk about a captain of men, who would seem to be Brutus, a description of his story, how he convinces the people of the Anatolia, the Cymry, to come all the way to Britain, and then the original kings. So I don't know the book very well. I'm just going by what Marshall told me a few days ago. So that was the main thing. But the real thing I really want to do is talk to Yvonne Whiteman. Now, as fortunately, I'd already spoken to Yvonne Whiteman over at least a year and a half, because Yvonne contacted me originally to see if I could give any help or input on the Colburn, because it's called Colburn. What do I think of it? I'm promoting the book, of course. So I was like, well, the problem is, where I come in mostly is deciphering. You know, like I did the Cymroglyphics book about hieroglyphs. We can try and do the same thing with Colburn, but there is no original copy of this Colburn, okay? Oh well, Hugh Evans is here to move on. Oh great, the chat is catching up. The chat is now ahead of the video. Oh dear. It seems like if everything goes right in the rugby, everything's going to go wrong today. So what we did, so I got back hold of Yvonne, and the wonderful news is that Yvonne's going to come on and do an interview on the show. We're going to do a live interview. So hopefully this week or next week. So look out for that. That's very exciting. Oh, the lag's gone now, yeah. That's going to be really exciting. Yvonne Whiteman coming on to talk about her books describing the Colburn, unravelling some of the mysteries, and then tying that in then with the British history and hopefully British migrations. We'll see where the conversation goes, okay? So that might be this week. This is going to be the busiest week ever. So I need to get the kit working, all right? So we got Yvonne is coming on, so I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully Yvonne's watching this. She's new to the channel. Welcome, looking forward to it. I know Yvonne's a big fan of Alan Wilson's work. She's emailed me to say how wonderful the history that Alan's found and all that, and it's just, it all ties together. And this is a big, big week. Andrew Johnson's coming back on Thursday, so I'll give him a mention. And the other person, if you saw Bob Morgan, who used to call Gandalf, because of his big white beard when I was clean shaven. I know, got to get to grow the beard back. I can't wait, honestly, because you hopefully saw last week's, I did a drawing of Rob Bevans, and when I saw him, when we were doing his video on the what do they call it, the petroglyphs of, can you have a look at it? No. The petroglyphs, yeah, up in Clydach. He'd shaved his head completely, shaved off completely, and he looks like the drawing I did of him, alright? And of course, what you didn't see on the video, last one we did, was actually Rob himself, who's now got a beard and the hair's grown back. It's like, consistent image, people, okay? If I'm going to draw you cartoons of you, you've got to be consistent. And I wanted to show off my new picture of Marshall as well, because I'm very pleased with that one. And that was going to be on there with her interview and a lovely picture of Marshall. I might be able to find that before the end. Otherwise, I'll have to wait. And we're going to do a full interview about this. Also an interview with Yvonne, which is great. The reason I mentioned Bob Morgan is if you know him, his background was as a surveyor, and he's a researcher, and he is meticulous. And one of the things he's been researching is the full story of Sutton Hoo. And you are going to be shocked. Absolutely shocked. I'm shocked. I'm stunned. It's going to be a 10-part series. Alright? Original plan was each part was going to be 15 minutes. I don't think Bob can say hello in less than 30 minutes. So, no offence, Mr. Morgan, no offence. So, I think there'll probably be about 20 minutes each. There's going to be 10 parts to it. And it goes through the history. You saw the dig, or maybe you didn't see the dig, alright? That's kind of like the sanitised, I'd call it a dumbed down version. And it's a bit of a fairy tale. We're going to go through all the initial stages. I always want to call him Basil Brush, because Basil Brown about... He's the... Right, Basil, thank you, Arnie, good question. Basil was the person who was first brought in by the landowner to do the initial digs back in, well, originally 1937. And I've forgotten her name off the top of my head. And how they got to know each other, how the thing started, and then you've got the politics right from the beginning. How, first of all, Ipswich Library tried to corner it and have complete control, and the British Museum got control. How no one was allowed to see anything, no analysis could be done, and there was no papers produced until the 70s. It was like almost 40 years later, or 35 years later. How they decided it was Anglo-Saxon, the cover-ups that had gone on, it's amazing. And then I'm going to go through all the evidence about Sutton Hoo and how it's been, to be generous here, it's been hidden. Paul Britain's hidden history. Hidden's a generous way of putting it. To make everything fit this idea of being Anglo-Saxon or Swedish, where actually there's no real evidence to support that. I mean, it's pretty heavy. So you go through the helmets and this idea of a Vendel helmet and what the original looked like compared to the reconstruction that they made. The one we all think's the helmet. It's not the helmet at all. It's an artistic reconstruction based on making it look Swedish. All that kind of stuff. This is great. We'll come back onto that one. Right, people are saying they've received their Cameroglyphics book. Excellent news. Hope you're enjoying that. I look forward to feedback. And have to do some videos on that. So our plan, Bob and I, is we're going to try and pre-record and stay ahead as much as we can, is to post one a day. Not try and be 6 o'clock every day. You can follow this Sutton Hoo saga. And I'd love people, I would love them to get academics, Anglo-Saxons, anyone else involved. Alright? Please do. Because that's going to be fantastic. Right, now what I'm going to do now, just to break things up a little bit, and I know in some part of the world, my dear friend Patricia up in Canada is having a very tough time with weather and all sorts up there, and problems with heating and things, and it's still the deep depths of winter. Well, spring has sprung. And tomorrow, oh yeah, I've got this out. Getting ideas. Michael, quiz question today. Why do we have a leek? Why do the Welsh have a leek as their emblem? Possibly the worst emblem, you think?
Well, no, I said possibly the most simple. Why do we have a leek? But I don't actually know why they chose a leek.
Why do they choose a leek then? Yeah.
I don't know why they chose a leek.
Why
did they choose a leek?
It's quite a smelly leek, actually. That's a nice one. When I was in school, just so people know, if you're not familiar, because tomorrow is Dewi Sant. I'm going to say a few words about it, but I'll do that when I show the video, okay? Because it's relevant to the now unedited video, and there's an hour of it, so I'm not going to show all of that. All right, I'll keep things shorter today. But you'll enjoy it, okay? We'll have a bit of fun. I want to show there's a little bit. Look at me. Look, I'm going to work my way through as we go on. This is Barra. Oh gosh, Barra Birth. These are Welsh cakes. And we got those today. And the leek. Because what I've noticed about the leek, alright? Borodar from Hollywood. Yay! Poor heart. Borodar. Taliesin. Brilliant. A leek is a message in the old hieroglyphs. See, you've stolen my thunder there, because I was thinking of looking at that. Taliesin's on fire here, looking at distinguishing friends does in battle. Andrew Whelan saying, and this is the original story we've got, is that there was two armies dressed very much the same. One side shoved leeks on their hats and the other didn't, or daffodils is a similar story. There's a few of these stories, but I think it goes much, much older. Now, the other thing is, tomorrow, the Dewi Sant is Leon and Xavi's birthdays. The twins, they become 10. They stop being 9-year-olds. Isn't that very sad? But the other thing that happens on March the 1st, just so you know, is I renew, don't I? They have a birthday, I have a rebirthday, okay?
We go back to 35 and turn 36 in autumn.
There you go. I hope if you heard that, I'll put the microphones up. I think you can hear Arnie as well, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, so every September I become 36, and every March the 1st I become 35 again. So as of tomorrow, I will be a year younger. And I think it won't be long before my own children get older than me. Right, so what I'm going to do now, look at this fantastic picture, okay? Oh, hang on a second. Kennin is confused with Kennin Pedder, daffodil, hence why Wales has both. This picture, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to run this. I've got to run it with a little bit of sound. You've got no ambient noise, but look at that for a beautiful scene. This is from up by the Cairn, and I run the video. Why not? We got loads of it. Oh, don't do this to me. Why? What do you mean result? What? Oh, jeez, man.
What's happened?
I don't know. It's just seems like today. Luckily, nothing. Hang on, go back to me so you can't see me. I can watch if you want. It's a bloody disaster, isn't it? I used a naughty word on a Sunday.
You said it's a disaster.
I said it's a disaster. It's disappeared. The memory card that was in here. Look.
Yeah.
I'll just show this beautiful picture then. Come on. Oh, give me a break somewhere today. That's not working either now. It's a good job Wales won yesterday, I tell you. Because it's gone so wrong so far here. Right, okay.
This weekend would just be the worst.
Well, we had a great time today going up to the... Right, I'm going to try this. Bear with me, please, folks. Anyway, I want this to go in there.
No, you're putting it in the wrong place.
Go on, please put that in there. Well, it was working a minute ago. I had it running.
There.
Alright. Producer's actually done something. But it says insert a disc into removable disc. What's he on about?
What? Oh! That's probably an empty thing that should have a micro SD in it.
No, that's the one. That's got the video on it. That's got the raw video.
Let me see if there's something actually...
One last go.
Yeah, it has everything in it.
Oh, Rob, don't worry, Ross. He's cut it all off. Oh, that's Zoe there, and the beer's gone again as well. Right, one last go on. Just show... Where are you going?
No.
If you can't see any guessing, I can guess.
I got it.
Come on.
Green light.
Oh, loading content. Oh, thank goodness. Please. I've got a video of like the boys were about
Leon.
5 or something. Is that Leon from wherever ago?
Exactly.
Right.
This could be the Holy Land.
Oh, please. I'll drink my tea and eat a Welsh cake. This is...
I'll have a Welsh
What we're
cake.
looking at is possibly the...
Hang on.
Wasn't even...
I don't know where we are in the film now, but anyway, this is stunning. I'm going to turn down the volume a bit. I don't know how much you can hear. I just want to give people this absolutely breathtaking scenery. What I'm going to try and do is that down the bay there. Oh, I think that's Fishguard Bay. We're in West Wales. This is the Cairn Enoch. Right, okay. We're just going to get random videos like this. This isn't going to work, is it? It took me ages to edit all these. What I'm going to do is try and find the thing on the... I think you'll enjoy it. Trust me, I think you'll enjoy it. Just talk amongst yourselves a minute, okay?
Did you see the rugby?
Did you see the rugby? Thank you, Arn. Go on, try and just talk.
Did you see the rugby? Oh, we hammered them.
We hammered them, yeah.
And the ref was fair.
Yeah, that's Cairn Enoch.
Right, here we go. Okay, alright, let's show a bit of this. All
It
right.
looks like a sleeping dragon. With
Well, I
a head.
start this one again so you can hear.
Yeah,
Because
that's
I met the
Cairn
wonderful, absolutely wonderful, awesome Ellis. Yeah, who does his own channel, and I'll show you the thing. He's following the spirit of the dragon, which is awesome. It's like energy lines, really. He's been doing it for years. He's got so much wisdom, absolutely fantastic. It was a great experience. And I was lucky enough to have him guide me around today. Well, us around, wasn't it? We had a fantastic time.
And it looks like a sleeping dragon with a head
Oh, yes.
facing out
Off
there.
to the right, yeah.
Can you see the sleeping
And
dragon
you can
there?
see it from Dynas Island as well. And to the left, the tail then, is where the rock carvings are. And that's where we're going to go.
Yeah, the rock
okay,
carvings
there's
are
that
up here.
circle over there, I can see. Right, left.
Unfortunately, it's about an hour of this,
Looks like a
but
stone
which I
circle.
cut down to about 15 minutes.
Boulders, but there is.
It does look, if you look, it's got like light coloured grass in the front of it. Though.
So I thought this is a circle here as well. This whole area is worth
You
watching.
can't see. You can't because it's all covered in gorse.
I thought I saw some white stone circles.
I'm going to turn the sound off because it doesn't make any sense, just random chat.
I'll show you a circle.
The point is there, this time of year it's a great time to go because all this gorse has been cut back, the ferns are right down low, and over there you got this wonderful view over the coast. And what I want to show you over this side, go on, over the brow, Ross, over the brow, go on, I'm not going to go over the brow. Ah, man, it's the most amazing thing. And there he is, there's the great man himself, the wonderful,
The awesome dude.
awesome dude, there we go, awesome dude. Payback time for England losing. Thank you, Marshall, yes. Yeah, you can't have everything. You can't have Wales winning the rugby and this going right. Why won't this work now? Man, this is it. I'm going to get the next bit of video up for you. Let's just run a bit of it in the background. When I try and chat a bit, and I'm going to go and lie down in a darkened room somewhere. Play all. Play all. Right, that's the one we just had, isn't it? Okay, so we'll jump to the next one. Okay, sorry, people can't see. So what we did anyway, we've gone up there. I'm hoping we're going to see over to Ynys, because what I want to talk about, just quickly, is Dewi Sant. For those who don't know, I know most people do know on this group, Dewi, the name, is generally translated as the patron saint of Wales, as in David. So you get St. David's Day. Can people see this okay? Doesn't look like. We have St. David's Day. Come on, please. Please give me the screen share.
We're so far behind.
Yay, okay, alright.
You know, pass me a Welsh cake.
Just pass you a Welsh cake. Yeah, if anyone's got any alcohol, I think this is a good time to have it, alright? Or Welsh cakes or anything. I have to make do a cup of tea and a leek. Because almost everything's gone wrong. So,
Crunch
there
down
you
a
go.
whole leek.
I just need a leak, shall I? Everyone have the fun of watching my eyes water. Yeah, what I was going to say, on St. David's Day, we used to have the Eisteddfod. And girls would generally turn up with daffodils and boys would turn up with a leek. And the challenge was, when you sat there, if you were one of the naughty boys, you had this pinned to you and you would just start chewing the leaves. And then it would be a morning thing and you'd go home half day. How far down you could eat your leek before you went home. Stupid things you do when you're young, eh? And I noticed when you go to the Welsh military regiments, they do the same thing there. The youngest man in the regiment has to eat a whole leek raw while they play, I don't know, Men of Harlech or something.
On repeat for like hours.
On repeat for hours, yeah. And they have to sit there like that with their elbow up and eat like a square meal, like unch, 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 unch. So you don't want to be the youngest person in the Welsh regiment, okay? Yeah. So I hope everyone's enjoying this stunning seaside view here down in West Wales. Because the point of all this was Dewi, as Wilson and Blackett pointed out, is one with God, okay? Or the one with God. So hopefully we're going to go across the left in a minute. As you can see, I take a lot of takes when I film these things to try and make them look nice. So you're seeing what they call the trades and rushes, just straight out the camera footage. This was easily repeating, isn't it?
Yeah.
Holy moly. Come on. Let's move on. Alright, let's try and get... See, there's loads and loads of raw footage there. Okay, we're going up towards... These are the stone circles you can see up there. I'm going to show a little bit more of this, because time will be running on. I want to get an idea just how stunning it was up there today. The weather was beautiful. And I really want to show the island where Wilson and Blackett say Jesus is supposed to be buried. Alright, which you can just see a bit of there. We just went past it on the left. You can see a bit of it. We're looking for on the other side. So the thing with Dewi is one with God rather than David being David. As Alan Wilson says, St. David's a bit of a buffoon. He used to yoke his monks to the ploughs and give the bulls the day off and all that kind of stuff. Give the oxen a day off.
What?
He almost killed himself trying to eat Sunday evenings at BHH and chilled beer. Alright, I'll do my best for you, Mark. So the idea of him being a patron saint seems to have been a later thing that's been pushed on the top, because his names are close enough to get away with it. Whereas the real Dewi, and what I really need now, is a daffodil. And the idea of a daffodil, it comes up at March the 1st, and if you look at it, it's actually a six-pointed star, Star of David, with the sun in the middle. So maybe that's why we choose the daffodil, okay? So maybe it's the other way around. Maybe the leek has come along. Just going to say, as he pointed out there, we have that confusion between a leek and a daffodil, because the names in Welsh are very similar. And the traditional story is the leek was the original one, as was pointed out, I think, by Andrew. And then the similarity in the name meant we got a daffodil. I have a funny feeling it might be the other way around. The daffodil was always the logo or emblem, and the leek has come later, because the leek is the one you see on the army collars and things like that. So I would have a think about that if I were you, because the daffodil seems to be a very Christian symbol. Now, the other thing about March the 1st, which is obviously tomorrow, we're broadcasting this last day in February, no leap year this year, and is that also ties in with the spring. And if you look at the birth of stories of Jesus, it's always surrounded by lambs and the young animals. And if you look at the Babylonian astrology as well, it's very much a birthing thing, which would tie in with the springtime. So the argument is that March the 1st, the original holy day for... Oops, sorry about those jumps. You can see us having a great old time up there. Now this is really good fun. Here's a stone circle. So March the 1st would have been the time, the original Christmas, if you like. And of course, it was moved to the middle of December to fit in with Mithras, which was the Roman cult, really, or religion, which revolved around the bull, which would tend to go back to Taurus. And of course, if you look at this is a lot of the work we're doing now in the Britain's Hidden Christianity book, is the last 2,000 years or so have been the age of Pisces, the fish, and before that we had the bull. Right, so let's talk a little bit about Enoch. Since we're looking there, you can see this is the back, or the bottom, if you like, of the dragon. And on the top of the big pile of stones, you can see the scales of the dragon. And further away, you can see his head resting, like looking out to sea and falling asleep there. Looks absolutely stunning. The size of those boulders, and I don't know how much we'll get to cover in this, I was hoping to talk about it. The boys went climbing all over there and were exploring and discovered you can go inside some of the boulders. It's actually not a solid hill with stones sticking out. It is literally a pile of stones, because you can slide down and there are even little caves you can just about get into. Well, it's not really a cave, but if you imagine you put
little cracks in the...
There's big cracks and you can go under the stones and in the stones.
Yeah, and there's big gaps under there.
There's gaps and stuff, isn't it? It's a fascinating place to have a look at, isn't it? So what's been explained in here? What the other thing I want to look at is, I'm hoping people can add some of the information on the... I jump forward because I really want to see the island, because I just can't hear what he's saying anyway. As fascinating it is, this whole video will be going up, alright? So it'll be, time I've edited it, I think it's probably about 35 minutes, do the 40 minutes, the full one. He's great, wonderful talker, so much wisdom. And that was Dynas Island. Here's one of the stone circles, as you can see here. And what else he's pointing out, actually you could probably hear him on this bit. Hang on. He does make interesting points here about how the energy lines pass through it.
The entrance to the circle is there.
I hope you can hear that.
And
So he's talking the edge.
flowing comes through there, spirals in here to the centre, and then goes out again through there. That's the exit. So the entrance and the exit. So this wasn't just an ordinary hut circle, like they say, because she wouldn't have bothered. But it's obviously
This is the circle they mentioned on the megalithic port.
Right, so this is one of the... Yeah, so Hugh Newman, that's written about this. The other thing you're going to see, which is really fascinating, is we bump into some other people there. One of whom knew... down there's the island. Yeah, there's the sleeping dragon. He looks absolutely brilliant. So you're going to see all the footage. I'm just jumping through. Look at the views we're getting here. I'm going to have to pause it here a second. This on the far side... Can you see my... You can't see my cursor, I don't think. But anyway, in the middle over there, you can see the...
You can just about. It's really small though.
Alright, well anyway, in the middle hill over there, that's Cairn, which is the... Cairn is like a pile of rocks, alright? And there's one there, and that's for the angels. And if you go to the left-hand hill, the sort of the smaller one, right in the middle of the screen, you will see there, what does Ellis call it? A pimple, there's a little bump. And that bump lines up with this Cairn Enoch, the line of the sun, and it all ties in where the proposed burial site of Jesus is on certain days of the year. These are all sighting points. So the archaeology around here is fantastic, or the astrology I should say. And of course the king of all that is Robin Heath, who's been around this area plotting a lot of this, and it ties in with a lot of the star maps and that of this area. So I'm going to jump through because I'm going to get an hour of it. A little close up of the... look at the scale of it. See, here's one of my boys climbing up. It's a
That's me.
big... Oh, it's you, Arnie, is it?
Yeah, I got up that way.
It's a big old dragon, okay? It really is very impressive. You look at the size of the stones, you think, how on earth could they be moved around? You know, there's the boys up there having a good time. Nice, isn't it? And a bit more explanation. Of course, we can't hear what he's saying, so we're going to jump forward and go up to the easier way. I'm jumping forward because I want to show more about the island as well. So look forward to this video, okay? It will be out. But I thought, as it's St. David's Day as well, so it's Steve Dewi Sant. Tomorrow is the St. David's Day, which would be tying in with the idea of the holy day for Wales being on March the 1st, the original Christmas. So when we hear this argument and debate going on between the Roman Church and the British Church about, thank you, and interesting comments there actually, a second, is the, sorry, when, throw me now, when there was this dispute about when Easter was, I think there's more to that. I don't think it's just an argument over dates. I think it's the whole concept of this being the place where Jesus was, his birth date, March the 1st, or maybe it's even the date of the crucifixion as a rebirth date. But it all tie around this March the 1st, and they're tying in with Dydd Dewi Sant, which is wrongly translated as St. David's Day, when it should actually be Dewi. Now, interesting comments coming in here now. Right, I've got a couple of interesting bits. Thank you, William Juby. Does look like a dragon. Yeah, I agree. Marcel Adams is saying the ley lines are crossing with a stone circle is... Sorry, should read it before I jump in. Ley lines are crossing. A stone circle is a Celtic cross. That's a clever idea. So I think what Marshall is saying is you've got a circle. You can see me up in the corner. I'm pretty small, but there we are. If you've got a circle of stones and then it's cut by two ley lines, you get what's called a Celtic cross, yeah? That could be... All right, now, there on the left, over to the left, top left, that's Ynys. That's the island, all right? Now, when you look at that... stop it. All right, we'll come back to it. So I want you to think about... Okay, we don't see him climbing up there. Oh, there's a look into one of the caves. Look. Oh yeah. I'm going to... Oh, no. You can look into... Oh, well, there's a little sneak preview. You're going to have to watch the rest of it. And Xavi's explaining he had quite an emotional experience with some of this. There's supposed to be some sort of energy or spiritual thing. I won't go into that right now. That'll be for another time. But it was surprising getting... There they are up on the top. It's like it's like the family holiday pics, isn't it? And there's me in my Welsh scarf. Oh, look at this. This is me trying to do a professional walkthrough like a BBC punted. That's like so I can do voiceovers, and continuity shots, like nodding donkeys. Unfortunately, my young cameraman did about 2-second clips.
That was Leon, actually.
This is you putting me on the wrong side of the camera. Right behind my right shoulder there. Where's the pause button? There's Ynys, okay? Yeah, the framing on, isn't it? I mean, I was just looking at the island in a way. You'll put me on the left-hand side of the picture. We have a little technical tiff now, right? Right, anyway, so expat, I'm joking, from, I beg your pardon. I was going to get you on this evening. My head's gone blank. They're a Welsh channel expert, anyway. Melanie, Michelle. Oh my gosh, Michelle, of course it's Michelle. Right, interesting, I apologise Michelle, of course it is. Interesting tidbit about the daffodil is that the rose of Sharon of the Old Testament has been linked to the sea daffodil, which is native to the Black Sea region of Turkey, Syria and Israel. Possible connection, possibly indeed. Paul Rowlands, apparently there was a civil war in Wales and one army decided to pull up the leeks and wear them. Yeah, that's the old story, isn't it? I'm not sure about it. Don't copy the BBC, Ross. Yeah, thanks, Amelia. Didn't work, did it? So here's me doing my professional sort of intro, which the bit was going to open this video if it had all worked. And saying over my right shoulder, you can there see Ynys, all right? You can see part of it. And the burial point is at the top left-hand corner. And it looks fantastic. And what I'm going to show is some a reveal of something that Ellis told me about the island. That's me talking rubbish. Hang on. Look at that. I was going to say more. No, not say my usual joke about my face from this angle. Heroic pose without the... Right. There's those beautiful views down there. Okay. I'm sorry about this. Right. As you can take one, take two. I call him Mr. One Take as a joke because most things take about 20 takes. But isn't the stunning sea, stunning views? We like it when it all goes wrong. Or doesn't look too professional. Well, I tell you what, I think it's a long way from any of you looking professional, so I wouldn't worry about that. But thank you for the kind comments, Amelia. I appreciate it. That's a very forgiving crowd we have here. That was me smelling my boot then. Which is because you want to get there, you want to go barefoot to really feel the energies coming up through this, okay? So I can hear my boys laughing at me smelling my boot. Right, I'm jumping forward because there's loads in the same place. We want to go over to the other side. Oh, there's me. Look at this. When those BBC walk past the cameras, like, gosh, isn't this interesting? It looks sort of, yeah, you could have something to talk over, haven't you? We know where he is buried. Yeah, well, on that, oh, right, well, on that island probably. Right, I'm just going to jump forward because I want to get to the next part of the video. Come on, there's all these little clips. Right, here we go. Look at that. We saw someone with the horses. And we will talk to those people in a minute. I want to say hello. I hope you're watching the channel tonight. Because they had some interesting things to tell us. Look at that stunning view across there. Should put a little bit of sound on so you can hear their waves maybe. It was quite amazing. I can't hear it, so maybe you can just hear something in the background. What a way to spend the day, okay? Oh, you can see why editing is required, can't you? Alright, we're going to jump forward again. No, yeah. Pause. Right. Can you see the shape of the island from here? Now, if you remember, BBC Broadcasting Channel, yeah, right. Yeah, thank you. I can believe hardly, is it? Look at the shape of the island, right? That's the whole island, okay? That's Ynys. And I don't want to give too much away without sort of leading people, because I only thought something different to what Ellis said and what seems to make sense to me, but though what Arnie said also tied in. If you imagine you're looking at the back of something, I don't want to lead people. I'm giving you a little chance of... you're making a cow. Well done, Michelle. Yeah, there's a little chat with you tomorrow on the day, but I don't think I have a chance now. Right, so look at that shape and see if it makes you think of anything. And bear in mind now that the early apostolic British Christians seem to be called the snake worshippers. This isn't some nasty evil thing, all right? It seems to revolve around the hill, and the path would trail up to the top, and it looked like a snake. But Ellis takes that further. He says, actually, no, this was a cult of the snake. And I'm interested in the Conan films. I reckon they seem to tie in with all this. But that's another story, okay? So if you are a snake cult, or you think a snake is the key to this, and this is the most westerly point of Wales, more or less, this is pointing out towards sea. Can you imagine yourself on the back of some very large animal looking out? I'm just waiting for things to catch up. Well, if it's dark forces you're on about there, Harry, if they messed up... I've lost 2 notebooks this week, so I'm running short on technology. I'm hoping this one... I don't know. Let's hope it can be fixed. Right, so what you're looking at there, it would seem, Ellis's theory, which I think is fantastic, is a cobra. That's a snake looking away from us. So if you imagine the wide bits here on the shoulders, on the neck, and if you look in the middle, you can see the 2 eyes. So this would be the ultimate spot for a snake cult, or some sort of even death cult, because it points out west over into the Atlantic. So at the end of the day, when the sun sinks and dies into the west, this is pointing towards it. It's the most westerly point, and the whole island looks like a giant snake. So there's one for you to have a little think about, okay? Looks like a dragon's head. Yeah, it could be a dragon. A dragon's a kind of snake as well, isn't it? It also ties together, because it's the old thing is the classic battle between the... Why is this stopped? Don't stop again on me, please. Hang on, bear with me 1 second. Yes, have some comments on that, please. It'd be good. No. Where's the one of the people talking? Ah! Oh, dear. It's going to be all out of order now. Anyway, I'll just run through a few more videos just to give you an idea, okay? Hope people are enjoying this. It's like if you say you don't like it too professional, well, this is certainly... Can't be accused of that, can it? Right, okay, like a dragon's head, possibly, like the Vatican. I don't know which way it's like the Vatican. Maybe you could expand on that, Elliot. I'm late in tonight. Hello, Benny. Yes, mate, you could have come on and just talked to me about something, because it's been a bit chaotic. What we're looking at, for those joining the video a bit late, is over by Ynys, which is where Wilson and Blackett are proposing the burial site. I think we've gone back to the beginning. And it's also Cairn Enoch. I'm hoping Marshall can put a couple of comments about Enoch on there as well. Because we've got the biblical Enoch, and we've also got the idea of Enoch in the old Welsh records. Go to the next video. I'm trying to find the one where I actually... you can see us messing about there. Having a great time. Well, one thing I have to say, all the people I meet on Britain's Hidden History have all been really super friendly and fantastic, warm, generous people. And we're putting ideas up, okay? There's no one, I don't know, no one's obsessively fanatical about pushing a viewpoint. You know, you have to be prepared to discuss these things back and forth, right? So that's important. Right, the snake Marshall, the snake's Kenza, which is all, that's what Linda Goodman calls a lexigram. Oh, I see. Snake is an anagram of Kenza. The Pope's new auditorium is serpent by design. Bit scary, really. Yep, I don't know how it all ties in with this. I don't know. What I would like to do is a very short... Take a random number. Let's go for 59. I'm trying to find the interview. Ah, yeah. That wasn't a bad shot, actually. There's a rather charming lady. I want to say hello because this introduce them to the... They take these horses for exercise. That's Kenko, wonderful horse. This lady's from Germany. In the background, you can see Ynys. So maybe get a lovely horse. So I want to go to the one before that, actually. And I do a short chat with this gentleman. Alright, this is going to be chaotic. Here we go. And I put the volume up to listen. Hopefully we can hear him. Okay, let's just rewind this slightly.
Sorry, yes, do you know Robin Heath?
Yeah, we used to do
Can you just check if you can hear this gentleman when it comes on your screen?
Further up.
Yeah, he went to.
Have you looked at the circles up here next to this place?
Not so many up here. There's a few over on Carning.
Just thinking the ones behind us, up on this Cairn Enoch.
Have you seen? In fact, Robbie showed Carning. Have you seen the chisel grooves down there?
Yes.
The cracks? Yeah.
Can you hear him talk, Arnie?
Did he have any views on that? What they might be?
No, it's cool.
Yeah, I thought it might be too quiet. Yeah, so I have to do some work on this. That and the horse's head getting in the way all the time as well. We're on a bit of microphone problems there. Oh, it's not easy. Well, anyway, the very interesting gentleman. We got talking with both of them. They bring the horses up there for exercise, and there's he knows Robin Heath, so I'm hoping to get in touch with Robin Heath as well. Because if you're not aware of Robin Heath, he's the man who's done all the astrology on this area, the zodiac signs around Nevern. He's getting on a bit, and we need to take on his baton as well and promote his work. He's spoken at Megalithomania, and I'd highly recommend looking at Megalithomania, previous year's speakers, and you'll see him there talking about this kind of West Wales and everything. All right, so it's amazing. You go on these walks, you meet people, say hello, be friendly. I know the current environment, everyone's terrified of everything. It's okay to talk to people, all right? Don't let yourself be scared. And that lovely horse, a little pat with a horse. It's a rescue horse originally, and they brought it back to health. And he's saying about the wonderful work, Robin Heath. So hopefully, I'll get a chat with Robin Heath soon. We're making the connections there, and hopefully we do an interview that way. Beautiful horse. And what you'll find around here, I've really got to show, is that there's some more beautiful horses that I really want to show people. And the countryside around there is absolutely breathtaking, and I'll end it there, I think, then, because... this is me walking round. This is another lump of stones further up, which is called Cairn Mawr, I think it was called. There you are, beautiful view of Ynys. Now watch this now. This is going to amaze you. You see the views here. Look at that. Is there anywhere else on earth you'd rather have been today? So you come round the corner, so you've got Ynys and the... Pulseri, what do they call? Oh, brain's gone blank. Look at this. Look at these wild horses. Preseli Hills. That's right, my brain went a bit then. You come around the other side and look at that. All the way. I hope the video does it justice. It's breathtakingly beautiful. Wild horses, more rock formations. Right, more conversation. Very interesting. Look at Jonathan Kleck's channel just to see his picture files, mind-blowing. David, that was Harry. David Ryan, the serpent was also the sign for Enki. He told the truth in the garden. The eagle was Enlil. That's as far back for the two signs I have found. Fair play, Garden of Eden is quite a long way back. Because one of the alternative stories, of course, the snake said, look, you've eaten of the tree of life and you're not dead. So I don't know, I don't get too much into hot water on a Sunday evening. But look at those fantastic views there. So it's not hard to believe that this would have been the original garden, perhaps, if you look at the stories of Enoch. Right, with mystic, the Druids were astronomers, astrologers. Both the Trojans and the Archaeans followed the same Druidic religion and the Greek pantheon of gods and demigods. Zeus, Apollo, Athena, etc. Andrew Whelan's located Toyn Gillisford today. Right, I'll have to get up there soon with the camera. Weather's set fair this week, and we'll do all that. So look at that. I mean, it's like a postcard, isn't it? Can you imagine anything more beautiful than that? So I thought I would cheer people up in these sort of darkish times. I'll show one more clip of video, I think, just as we're onto the nice kind of scenery, really. I can't imagine how you can improve upon this to make it more spectacular. And the horses were all very friendly and calm. Everything was just idyllic. So it'd be great to explore more of these stones, see what's going on with those, see what's happening. The view is incredible. Yeah, absolutely breathtaking. And you really want to get up there, and you can feel the energy of this area. It's a really, really special area. Right, that was William. Yeah, the Rhythmistic. The room's north node, is called the Dragon's Head, and the south node is the Dragon's Tail. Finding its way out to the labyrinth, Enoch. Thank you, Marshall. Enoch becomes Idris, and the Welsh for labyrinth is Adrysfa. The reason for leaving Eden is because we shared sacred knowledge. We're getting some deep stuff here, and I really appreciate all the comments. Right, okay, I have no idea what the time is or anything, but I hope you enjoyed these videos. It's a bit random, isn't it? Beautiful horses. The other thing which I can't possibly try to even attempt without getting some maps out and listening to Ellis's commentary is how everything lines up on... It's not just random, these rocks. This is where it freaks your brain out, okay? So we have to start thinking, or not thinking, or avoiding the subject completely. I don't think it's that difficult to imagine a calendar. Like the one on the Garth, or many places, ancient calendar. You get a viewing platform, you get a curve, and then where the sun moves along that curve, you know the month. Do the same with the moon. Where it is on that curve, you know the days. It's fairly straightforward. What you then want is the bigger the better. Because if it's only a few feet away, if you're a little bit out, you can be out, a week or something on your calendar. If it's 40, 50 miles away, and you make a mistake, you're probably going to be, the error's going to be so tiny anyway. If you're a few feet out over 40 miles, who's going to even notice? So that's why their distances are so vast, okay? And then you've got people like Robin Heath plotting, where you've got sites like this joining up with an island like Lundy, and then that goes on to the English side, and they're all equidistant, and they line up and they form a right angle triangle, and that's just vast. You think, how on earth they do all that, okay? That's amazing. But I would say it's fairly not that difficult to do. If I had to make a calendar, it wouldn't take that long. I know Robin Heath has talked about this. He could work with a few chairs and stuff, and pretty soon he'd have a working calendar. Not that difficult to do. Where your brain starts to get fried a bit is when you think, how on earth are the hills and the giant piles? How are they in the right place? Why is it that when you want to look from here to get a sighting on something, there just happens to be a cleft in the mountain or a lump on the hill that fits your archaeological the astrological findings you're trying to make? There we are, another great view there of Ynys. Look at that, perfect. Whoa, 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 whoa. So is that the snake's head looking away from you there? Alright, wow, loads of comments now. Clear day up on the Ricos. Yeah, the Ricos is phenomenal. It's the mountain between the two big valleys, the Rhondda Valley and probably the Llinvi Valley, is it? The Neath Valley, not sure the exact names. Terry Benkins, have you seen YouTube, the original Stonehenge, not about the Blue Stones? Not about the Blue Stones. No, but very near here, I haven't seen that. I tend not to watch too many BBC things, but I'll try and find out. And if you put a link up, please, Terry, that'd be good. We're looking this way, right? Behind the camera, as it were, is the Preseli Hills. And the guy with the horses we met, I didn't get his name. How stupid was that? Anyway, the guy with the horses, he was very helpful explaining where the pillar for that was and where the footings were. It's just very close to this area. Okay, there's a moon node. Who'd have thought horses and some rocks, but beautiful. Yeah, Arthur's ap Myrig. Right, there's a moon node cycle which takes 19 years. At least this ties the dragon into the Druidic religion. How's that work then? I don't know. I'm a bit lost on some of this. Hi, Lonsdale. Ross, you must see Kleck's stuff. Not his Yak Pope's Conference Hall as gargantuan sculpture. Deeply disturbing. Yeah, Terry, what's that video called? Breathtaking views. Thank you, Fire and the Soul. Bethan. Idris is the name of the Welsh dragon in Ivor the Engine. I'm called Mr. George. Yeah, we all remember Idris. He was great. I loved Ivor the Engine. I've showed the boys all the Ivor. You've seen all the Ivor the Engine cartoons, haven't you, on? The little train.
Ivor the Engine, no.
Yeah, I've shown them to you. I'll show you again, but you're too young.
Yeah.
Little Welsh cartoon, little steam engine and the dragon who lives in
I
the...
remember Thomas the Tank.
I don't remember Ivor. Right, you have to watch them all again. Sorry about that. You're going to watch them all again. They're only about 5 minutes each and they're lovely. I'm trying to remember the name of the Welsh guy who did them all. Gone. Right, anyway, as above, so below, quite literally, we're still waiting for the new earth and the new heaven. Well, thank you, Marcel. I like that, very positive there. So anyway, there's what Ellis has pointed out. Looks to be an amazing, massive cobra snakehead. And it also makes you think as well, why have we got an old Welsh word for cobra, according to Wilson and Blackett, and why have we got references to cobras and snakes when we're in Wales and they don't have any? Do you also notice in the old Welsh writing there's a crocodile as well, which is not that common in Wales. Here we go. I've zoomed right in. This is the shot I was looking for. So you can see the two yellow bits at the top of the eyes and the fanned out back of a cobra. Once you've seen it, he's like, whoa, whoa. 'Cause you don't normally see it from this angle, you see. This is like you have to walk, and then look across. So I don't know. What do you think of that, folks? Oliver Postage, thank you. Whoever posted that. Who did that? Elliot, man, you're on fire. Oliver Postage. He did almost all those old cartoons. I think he did Bagpuss and stuff like that as well. We're digressing there. He's got his dowsing rods. We didn't use those today, did we? Big fancy dowsing rods he's got. Oh, hang on. I'm not going to jump so much. I'll tell you what. Let's this. Hopefully. Oh, man. Do you know, I think I had a problem with the microphone. But if this works, Ellis in his own words saying about... I'm not stealing his thunder here because it's his idea, the snake. You know, I always acknowledge people. So hang on. Come on, Ellis.
A bit of royal burial.
I think I put the mic in backwards on.
Oh dear.
I think, check, I think the alignment goes from
I'll go back down again. Sorry, Ellis. I don't know if you can hear you. I've kind of summarised it. For posterity, it was his idea, not mine, right? What else we got? So everyone, I'm glad you all enjoyed that. Get right, postgate, is it? Oh yeah, well, postage it says. I think I said postgate, but anyway. The Hood Viper. Isn't it stunning? So try and get down if you can. It's, well, I'm lucky I had a guide, but I mean, it's not, not that difficult, says the man who gets lost in his own garden.
There's something to do with the toad, the Maginot.
Am I talking over you? Can you hear him? I don't think you can. But what Arnie said, it looked a bit like a toad to him or a frog. And I was like, oh no, it's a snake, are we on about kind of thing. But then talking to Ellis, he's like, that's got me thinking. Because apparently there's their connection. A shame you can't hear what Ellis says at this point. Because there's a connection then with toad in Welsh and toad in Toad Hall. And this all gets really weird. And maybe it is a haunched frog or toad. But I'm going to go with snake. But don't discount the toad either. This weird hidden world we live in, eh? Oh, they didn't drink my tea. My tea's almost cold now.
Yeah, with the toad sport.
Well, I think I managed to see most of the videos. Yeah, Wine Mound, David Mosley. Oh, David. Hello, David. Take care, buddy. Good to see you online. Yeah, what's it called again? It's the Wine Mound, that's right. 5 miles west-southwest of Melin. So as you can see, the last couple of clips. Yeah. Looking back again at the island, looking across. You can see those distant peaks there. They provide you your long distances that you need to get accurate astrology. And you see walking past stone circles. What an amazing landscape, isn't it? It's like something on the moon or something. And I do recommend, if you can get up there, this is the time of year to go. Because Ellis explained to me the problem with this in the summer is all the gorse and the ferns and all that can be waist deep and you can't see the stones. Or half the things we're seeing. And they burn it back every year. Some sort of maintenance thing, I don't quite understand it.
legs. Have you got
So Arthur is saying if it's a serpent, it's royalty related. What else we got? Frog spawns abundant.
Boom, boom.
So that Andrew, phrase of the day, don't forget the toad. Yeah, that's a good view of the snake's head.
Interesting angle.
I think that was pretty convincing to me.
If that's the cobra, we're still on the tail of the cobra then, aren't we? This is the thing though. If it's that scale, if it's that big. You know, we should be looking for more clues up
Let's
here.
make the Awen symbol.
Maybe that's the rattle at the end of a rattlesnake, you know? The end of the tail.
Yeah, we got a dragon.
I was looking at the map. Is it one giant snake or?
Yeah, well, I was saying, yeah, if that's the snake, then we'd be on the tail of the
You can
snake.
imagine a snake absolutely loving that, though, wouldn't he?
I don't know about that. Anyway, Marshall, toad, the emblem of the Merovingians, a metaphor-sized into the fleur-de-lis.
No, look, I can't help but think they look like eyes.
See the stuff we learn on this, doing this every Sunday evening, eh? We're on a journey of discovery together. Paul Coles, the clouds make the Awen symbol. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not sure how natural some of those clouds are, especially the straight line ones, but I'll have a look back at that. Yeah, that's the video I was looking for. Yeah, a really good look at that potential snake sign heading out west.
Yeah.
Oh, the other thing I'm going to mention is that the other thing he mentions is there. Yeah, that's what we were talking about here. To the left and just beyond Ynys, there is. And this is a bit crazy again now. I'd love to have the story on there. Anyway, Ellis explains the story. When he moved there, what a beautiful place it was, like living in a picture postcard, absolutely stunning scenery. And he said to his landlord, hey, that's when he started all this, hey, I didn't realise Ireland was so close. And he was saying, yeah, on a good day you can see the hills of Wexford, wherever it is. It's fantastic. Like, no, I mean just over there you can see islands. And just beyond, to the left of Dynas Island there, he reckoned he could see these islands, and he managed to photograph them, okay? I looked at the photographs a long time later, and found out these will be the sort of fairy islands that exist, and, Teg come in from there, into Carmarthen, and he's got the photographs of them. So that's another whole story. Okay. Which, I don't know anything anymore, okay? Don't, so a great Einstein quote this week, and it says, to disregard anything without investigation is the height of folly. Kiss a lot of frogs or toads before you find your prince.
It's wonderful, adds to the
Nearly going off on their horse again.
pastoral bliss.
Isn't that wonderful? I think I'm saying the same thing as I said earlier, but that could be a sort of sight from thousands of years ago, couldn't it? The white horse is not ready for riding yet. They're trying to get him up to full health, and yeah, we just changed the clothes to ancient costumes. That could be 2,000 years ago, couldn't it? What a wonderful sight. Just so made up today. I know we're there we are. Is there one more video? I think that's it, isn't it? So there we go. Vatican closing door to mercy ritual. Him to Lucifer. I don't know about that stuff. Oh gosh.
Yeah, I think
There's a lot of calendars you have to have a site to look through, don't you? They put a pair of stones or two towers.
Oh, the other thing I didn't mention at
Ties in
all
the Masonic thing as well, isn't it?
yeah, that one in
is that on the stones there, this is the dragon from the other side. That's the big pile being his back, the little one being his head. Isn't quite so good. Even from this side, it still looks like a dragon lying, just flopped down. But I didn't mention on there is we did a lot of filming of there's these grooves cut into the stones, and they're deep, and they're hard stones, and they're regular, and it isn't some sort of vandal type thing. There is some artwork on there, which looks like someone scratched it in recent times. No, these are solid, and I'd love to have some ideas for that. I mean, my first thought is it's some way of recording the astrological data as they're watching it. Ellis is more to do with it being a form of writing, perhaps. Some people are saying it's kind of like a musical score, like Ogham, or even don't react. Even the language of angels, or some sort of musical score or melody. So, how about that?
there. When you look from the other side,
And there's Arnie doing a bit of stick twirling while he's there.
Always pairs of stones and that, because
Yeah.
it does imply like a site.
Oh yeah, and these two stones here, these seem to form sites. Because the other thing, if you're doing a viewing point, you need sites to look through to know where to try and line up to get your sun on the right spot.
Those two stones next to you there.
See those two stones there? I'm pointing those out, because on the graph, that's as big as the stones are. That's what you get for your sites.
But there again, you're not standing far
You get a
from
pair.
the
And if
road.
you look at, if you think to what Rob Bevan was showing us on the video last week, on those ancient symbols going all the way back to Crete and everything, you have like a cross, the curve, and then the two dots, or the two holes. And they could be, I think, represented by these kind of twin points, where they form like a site to do your astrological readings through. Although in this instance, it's more precise than that, because Ellis takes us in and shows...
There we go. That's his
Oh, I'm
reading.
glad
That's rather
I
higher
excellent. I'm glad I showed this bit.
You've got a groove.
Because you can come round the stone. Come on, move around, Ross, move around.
Hang on a second.
Yeah, don't worry about snakes and tripping and stones. And you'll see a little groove cut in there. Now, apparently if you line that up exactly...
It's not quite pointing at the one on the hill there, is it? Oh, hang on, there's a...
Nope.
It's quite close to that pimple there, isn't it?
As you can hear me talking, I think the microphone was on backwards for this last part. You can hear me and no one else.
You need to know where you should be standing. And what we're saying
Oh,
is
you gotta laugh,
sorry.
you'd cry otherwise, wouldn't you?
What do you think of this site?
So you need long distances
So
for
from
accuracy.
there,
Yeah.
we'd be able to look straight along that
Hang on,
road line.
Ellis explaining. All the way over those distant hills, okay, which he did tell me the name of, and I can't remember off the top of my head. All the way over, line up, and you go to the sites, look at the sites with the pimple on the far side. Well, there you go, anyway. So there's quite a chatty, different little programme. And I had so many different things to show tonight. There's someone in our group's written a book, North Wales Invasion. I do apologise, we'll get your links up. There was stuff on the Facebook group I wanted to share. But the main ones, like I said, this week's been a lot of videos. Yeah, well, if that computer will work. I'm quite sure I'm going to do it. But I want to get this, an edited version of this video, it'll be good, I think. Oh, let's see, look, see if I got anything working at all. Oh yeah, I've still got my Welsh. I did say I wouldn't mention the rugby again. The rugby. Not mentioning the rugby, alright? It's a neutral programme, okay? It's not about nationalism, these modern concepts. Ancient Britons, English, Welsh, Irish, Scots, all that kind of thing, alright?
Yeah, we conquered all of the Triple Crown.
Arnie said it'd be all three of them to get the Triple Crown. Yeah, it's just a modern concept. Anyway, do you want a Welsh cake, Arnie?
Yeah.
No? Okay. You don't want a Welsh cake? Alright, there we go. I know a Welsh cake. And if you've ever seen this, it's like a very heavy, I mean really heavy, poor, solid.
It's like a brick. You build a
It's like a
house
brick.
out of it.
Yeah, it is a house. You can make houses out of these, fruit houses, and you slice them, put a bit of butter on. So that's my little snack before I go to bed tonight. I'd like to very chill tonight, Ross. It was very chilled, wasn't it? When everything just goes wrong and you lost all your videos, notes, presentation, the lot, you got two options really, haven't you, you know? Cry or just go with it. And sometimes these things happen for a reason, because I reckon the comments tonight were really good, actually. I'm wondering, what do you think on Sunday evenings, maybe a little bit more chill, chatty type thing, is better, because we're going to get loads of information out during the week. There's loads more Wilson and Blackett stuff, all that kind of thing, during the week. I think chatty Sunday evening is nice, isn't it? So leave your comments on that and contact me as well. I want to say to everyone as well, thank you so much for all the lovely messages. I will be a bit slow replying this week, because they got to get these books out. The Britain Hidden Christianity. I keep saying this a few weeks away for ages. Patricia's come to help me, and I wrote Marcelli in to help me as well. And we're going to get that book out and done, alright? Yes we are, because it's gone on for too long. And I keep telling people it's not far away. It's not going to be far away, okay? Oh yeah, Paul Coles, can you tell us when the book Britain's Hidden Christianity is available? Bang on cue. I want to get out this week to the printers, and then it'll be back in a week or two, alright? Come to Merthyr. Yes, I am coming to Merthyr. And what I also want to do, and I need people to put some comments up there saying, yes, we'd love to see Steve, please. Because Steve is the sort of expert on the Babylonian star law. And he's the one who first got the idea. I think it was him first. We've done the research to put the whole map together. So, whether or not this one's him or someone else doesn't matter. Is that Merthyr predates the story of the martyr. And is Mercha. So if you're new to the group, around some of the stuff that's been done, Mercha being Mercury. And it blows your brain again. Lots of the places in the Merthyr area, all the names tie in with that. And I was chatting with Steve again this week, And he's done loads more. And what he's doing now, it's the level of research is the kind of thing that university astrology or astronomy, it would take a whole department to do what he's doing by himself. It's phenomenal. So what he's now doing, he's worked out the star map, all right, or I shouldn't call it a star map really, because it's sort of a zodiac, a Babylonian zodiac in southeast Wales, mostly the Gwent area, North Gwent, and how that they all fit. And I'd be like, well, that's amazing. Let's just put it out there. It's done. We'll just draw it. But he's taking it a step further, because what he's then doing is look at the old names for the places all around southeast Wales. I'm going to try and rope in some people's help for this to try and save him some work, because it's going to take ages. And I really want to get the book out and the information out because it's fantastic. So what he's doing is, if you're looking at, was it a Barra brick? David Church, it is a Barra brick. I'll tell you what, I'm going to be a bigger Ross if I eat all that. There's quite a few there's a few calories in there. What he's doing then is looking for names that associate with different signs of the zodiac. And these, don't forget, these are Babylonian names, alright? So I mentioned one months ago, Philly, as in carefully, Philly is the stag, and that matches the stag on the Babylonian star map. And then you got the work done by Rob Bevan, and all that ties together. These two haven't really met or spoken. I'm seeing the work coming this way, and the work going that way, and bomb. Airtight. It's going to be awesome. So what Steve's now doing is almost like statistical analysis sort of thing, where he finds all the place names that match certain constellations, plot them on a map, and then see how many of those actually also match the star sign they should. So that's pretty cool, isn't it? This is like such a robust evidence and argument, and we will then need some help putting a book together, because I'm only butter and jam, Ross. There's only so much I can do, and we need more people working on the books, helping Steve get that book out. It's phenomenal. Right, everybody, I think we're 9:20. We're almost there, isn't it? I mean, it's such a good time. I'm loving all the comments. They sell lovely rock cake in Pontypridd Market. Thank you, Bethan. I shall give it a try, and hopefully I can come to see you in Getley as well, because Getley that's a very interesting name as well. And you'll find there's a lot more history up there than people realise. And same, like I said, with Merthyr and all those Babylonian things. What on earth is going on with all this ancient stuff?
Quid by stamping cartouches of people's names onto metal bracelet tags.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. Yes. Oh, I tell you what, we did. I think I showed and I show one last thing. Oh no, I just give the last one away. I think the bookmarks we had. Any bookmarks left?
I don't know. They were quite cool. The bookmarks.
The bookmarks were cool. I have to get some more done. We were giving them out to the first 50 people who bought the books. They've all gone.
Paper in a thin
Yeah, but it's the words that matter, isn't it? Yeah.
And this is like
what hieroglyphics means, wasn't it? Yeah, which is pretty cool. Alright, anyway, we'll keep going with the support, everybody. Thank you for the new Patreons. If you can do that, it does help. Just a couple of quid a month from everybody, and we can carry on doing this. As I always say, it's brilliant. We have everyone giving a little, rather than a little number of people having to give a lot. Okay? That's the ideal. It's a team effort. So look out this week. Andrew Johnson on Thursday. Marchell with the interview about introducing the Colburn Bible, which I hope I did a little bit about. I don't know much about it. You know, I know there's 11 books, and you got the Egyptian books and the Britain books, and then there's the books of wisdom. I was going to come back to that, wasn't I? You got the books of triads and proverbs. Like you got this inalienable right to come and go as you please, for example. Oh, controversial. The Bob Morgan, Sutton Hoo videos, I'm going to try and get them on 6 o'clock every day. Well, you got something to say on? You're pointing at the... No? What's up? Why are you pointing?
I don't know.
You don't know. There we are. You don't know. All right. Okay. And I'll be 35 again tomorrow. So wish me happy rebirth. Oh, from Penrhys. Oh, Penrhys. A wonderful history. Okay. Again, we'll say good night. Our cat has come past.
It's a wild Zavu.
Hello, Zavi. Just going to say hello. So there we are. So everyone can say happy birthday. His last time appearing as a 9-year-old. I like you as a 9-year-old. It's okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. Thank you very much. Thinks he's a cat.
We'll say happy birthday tomorrow.
Leon, you can come and say goodbye quickly. Come on, your last chance to see him as a 9-year-old. Crazy. Bonkers, my children. Absolutely bonkers. Everyone thinks he's a cat. Are you going to say goodbye? Yes, you're a cat as well, now are you?
No, that's the same one.
That's the same one. Yeah, don't do that to me. Don't play tricks to me. Go get your brother. Go and get your brother. Ah, dear. And don't mention the rugby. I didn't mention the rugby all night, did I? Did I mention the rugby?
No.
Didn't mention the rugby. Numbers 40,
Now you haven't
40 and 20.
mentioned it.
Come on, let Leon say hello. I'd say good night because it's bedtime now. We got school tomorrow. Rest. Good night to everybody. Thank you very much. Arnie, music. Quick.
What should I play?
What are we going to do? We're going to do the other Welsh song. What was it?
What do you mean?
We did Men of Harlech at the beginning. What was the other one? It doesn't matter. We'll play Men of Harlech anyway. It's North Wales.
Again?
Yeah, go on in.
Okay.
Harlech's up north. Alright, so good night all. Thank you very much.
Gavi.
Bob Johnson interview. No, Thursday Andrew Johnson. Thursday Andrew Johnson. So if you subscribe, you can get notifications when all these videos are happening, okay? What was the score? Yeah, thanks for asking, Gary. It was Wales 40, England 24, okay? If you missed it. The first time Wales have ever scored 40 points against England in a championship game. When you can't tell your children apart. I can, okay? They tricked me. Wasn't Mercury Apollo a sun god? Yes, indeed. Yes, thank you, everyone. Yes, thank you, William. My 35th rebirth. Getting close. Yeah, Terry, 40-24, yeah. Don't mention the rugby, though, okay? This is a very special scarf from Kevin, so, thinking of you, Kevin. God bless everyone. This guy tried this really clever thing now. I do this, and it disappears. So, North Star. Thank you, Arnie. Oh, I'll put some. Shall I put some? You can play a bit more if you want to, on. Excellent. Yeah, that's good. You can play that. Oh, you picked that watching the rugby, did you, yesterday? That's it. Bread from Evans's, as we used to call it. Bread from Evans's, bread from Evans's. Be like this bar of bread here. You can tap it on the floor, You can tap it on the floor. Right, what I'm going to do here, because I know people still hear me at the moment, I'm going to try and find... If people want to carry on chatting, I might join in as well, because the chat's been so good tonight. It seems a shame to bring it to an end, doesn't it, Fro? I'll let it run a little bit longer, and I'm going to try and find some of that wonderful Baron Blackett's music. Come on, look on there, boys. Where's the St. Patrick's rock on this? What? No, it's on the screen somewhere, isn't it? It's on the desktop. Where's desktop? Oh, there it is. Okay, and I play this music. Don't forget, I really do have lots of copies of this left. Please, someone buy them. Alright? There's a fantastic, and they're keepsakes. No, there's not that many left. There's a few left. I shall be worth fortunes one day. Good night, everyone. Has VAT gone up? Oh, I don't know. Let's not even talk about that. We're gonna pay the bill for the lockdown soon, aren't we? So,
What's VAT?
value added tax. It's a purchase tax, which means it's every time you buy something, you got to give a little bit to the government, all right?
Why?
Why? Why? To pay for all the wonderful things we have in our life, like I don't know, like all the things that are closed at the moment. Anyway, you can't ask why, okay? Get me in trouble. Good question. Why do we have VAT? Why do we have taxes? Out of the mouths of babes, eh? Alright, I shall leave you in the capable hands of Baron Blackett. Last to leave the party. Yes, Marshall, I hate leaving the party. I just... Huh? Well, I'll deafen everyone if I turn this up. Alright, I'll play the whole album, okay? So you can enjoy this. Just a little bit more, yeah? Yeah, we could be bashing through people's eardrum. Oh, you got the headphones on. Oh, sorry, Leon's sound test. He stood in as
Daddy, if you do
producer.
the entire album, who's going to want to buy it and just get the replay on this?
No, they're going to hear it so often. It's going to be in their brain. And they're going to be wanting to live without it, Zav. I could do it another way. All right, I'll keep playing this every week until I sell them all.
You get it, Daddy, because the more you listen to it, they're going to know what it all sounds like.
Yeah, you'd be
Buying
favourites.
it, they can just click onto the live stream and go to the place.
Yeah, no, people want to have their own CD, man. Of course they do. They want to put it in their car and things. And I'll say hello, thank you to everyone. Andrew Whelan, good night. Alan Griffiths, good night. Terry Jenkins, Beth Ann, Fire and Soul, Marcel. Sorry I lost our interview, Marcel. It's on that other computer. I hope I can retrieve it. You were so good. I'm gutted.
Do you still have it on
No, I don't have it on memory card. It's on that computer. I had to clear all the memory cards. They were full up, if you remember. I had to transfer everything. When are we going to have Barham and Wilson on this? Yes. I am going to... I have got a very short interview with Barham. I've never put up where he talks about his music. I want more from Alan Wilson back on the show again. I'm trying to get up there. Oh, this lockdown and everything is... it's not going very well with the two of them, I'm afraid. They are stuck in. Income tax supposed to be a temporary measure to pay to trounce Napoleon. Yeah, I think it did get repealed and back in the 1830s, I think. Yeah, good old income tax. But yeah, no, I do want to go up and see Wilson and Blackett, and I will be recording. I will also have a look through, because I'm sure Mike is still on, yeah. There are still some chats I had with Alan Wilson, which I haven't broadcast yet. So I think I'll put one of those on next week's show, okay? But thanks for telling me, Terry. Yes, I know it has been evenings where I've left cameras and microphones on. Nothing too embarrassing. Well, slightly embarrassing maybe, but anyway, we won't go there. So yeah, stop putting my chair. No, hang on. We're just wrapping up a second. So yeah, I will try next week to get... I will... No, you might enough. Wait, Welsh cake back. How did I get that? Lucky me. I bought them. These are homemade by someone else. So, I'm trying to talk here, Zev. Yeah, I have got some more chats with Alan Wilson that I will stick up, alright? They're a bit random, but I think people just like to see anything from him, wouldn't they? I know I would. I'm a bit worried about them at the moment, so send your love, send your cards. If you want to send messages to me, emails, I will print them out and I will send them up. I send them a big bundle of stuff almost every week, just to let them know we're thinking of them. And, questions, or just send them something nice, anything. Doesn't really matter, okay? Right, okay. Now I am going to unplug my microphone and leave you to it for another few minutes. And I shall, well, you see a lot of me this week. There could be 10 videos. It's okay, so till the next time.
See you soon.
North
Star, yeah, see you soon. Hwyl fawr, ta-ra!
Adios, Scotty.
There's a guy